Yeah, this is probably how the sequel to Breath of the Wild would look if it were a Game Boy Color game, at least as envisioned by Super Kalo on Instagram, who got a hold of us to check out their latest creation that they spent several days on. And it immediately blew me away. I love how they translated the look and vibe of the Breath of the Wild sequel into the style of a Game Boy Color game. I mean, just look at this title screen, I love it so much. Now, we're purposefully not showing the full animation, so go check it out on their Instagram to see the full thing, in the correct scene order too. But I thought it would be fun to put the Game Boy Color animation next to the original trailer just so you can see how close they got with the 8-bit style. It's pretty darn impressive if you ask me. I kinda want the 8-bit version now. Amazing job, Super Kalo. Now, I actually followed up with them to find out a little bit more about the inspiration for the project, and they told me that they were of course inspired by Link's Awakening art style, because it's a game they had a special affinity for ever since they were young. Not only was it their first video game ever, but they ended up playing it during a difficult time in their life, when they were stuck in the hospital with an ailment that caused them some brain damage, which involved teaching themselves how to do things again that they already knew. And so it was Link's Awakening, which, as Super Kalo puts it, is a story about a boy who lost their memories in a place that's unfamiliar, that helped give Super Kalo just the courage they needed to help make it through the whole thing. And ever since, they've been a massive Zelda fan, and after watching the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer countless times, they were reminded how Nintendo made a prototype of the original Breath of the Wild first in the style of the original NES Zelda game to see if the mechanics would actually work. And so Super Kalo wanted to try something similar for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, only in the style of one of their favorite Zelda games being Link's Awakening. So yeah, everything about this just completely touched me, and I just love the passion that clearly went into this amazing project. So once again, please go check out the full video on Super Kalo's Instagram, you'll find a link to it in the description below, and show them some love for this amazing creation that they've made. And with that, we're about done here, so thank you so much for watching, and of course stay tuned to Game Explain for tons more on the sequel to Breath of the Wild, including a playable version in Game Builder Garage. That's right, you heard me! You can find a link to that on the screen right now. It's also amazing in its own right. And of course stay tuned for everything else Nintendo Switch as well. With that, we'll catch you later. Bye everyone!